Happy Saturday, everybody. How are you? Are you enjoying your holiday weekend? I hope that some of you were able to take some time off yesterday as well as the holiday. So you can have just a long weekend and it'll be fun. I'm so excited to come to talk to you guys today. We've been talking about face washes all week. So dun, 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 dun. Today is face wash deep dive. Wah, there we go. Wah, wah, yay, yay. Okay, so we're just gonna jump right into our deep dive on face washes because there's a lot to cover today, and I'm not gonna get through everything you need to know. I'm giving a good deep dive, but it's not everything you need to know. So this is an ongoing thing that I'm going to be doing with providing this information. So we'll talk about other things about face washes later. But let's start with the basic. Why do we need a face wash? So as we go throughout the day, our face gets coated with oils, gross stuff like dirt, bacteria, ew, dead skin, ew. And as I talked about, our natural oils that come from our body that's called sebum. So remember that, okay? But all of those things pack up on our face all day. So proper face washing is what prevents clogged pores, especially for those of us who wear makeup, but definitely for everybody, regardless of if you wear makeup or not. It's just intensified by makeup. So we need to make sure that we are washing our face at the end of the day. It is one of the most important things that we can do to keep our skin healthy. Not even just fix issues or whatever, just to keep it healthy. But how do we know that we have got the right face wash for our skin? Because there are tons of face washes out there. How do we know that we've got the right one? There's so many choices. Do you go with a cream? Do you go with a gel? Do you buy one for oily skin, one specifically for acne, one with certain ingredients? Like, how do you know how to choose your face wash based on your skin type? So here's how. I'm gonna kind of walk you through 4 different skin types. I got it on the backwards thing so that my words show up correctly, so now I don't know. There we go. 4 different skin types. So we're gonna start first with people with dry skin. So dry skin has a really hard time with hydrating itself because it lacks lipids or fats. Lipids is another word for fats. Water, hydration, or both, okay? So usually if you are dealing with this, your skin's gonna feel tight, it's gonna look flaky, and you might have some redness associated with it. It's definitely gonna be dry. If this is you, then you're gonna wanna look for face washes that have naturally occurring fats in them, fatty acids. A really good one you might look for is, I'm gonna really try hard with names, caprylic triglycerides, okay? That will help build up your lipid barrier, your fatty moisture barrier, to keep your skin hydrated. It's also a derivative of coconut, okay, and coconut oil. So it's really great for keeping your skin hydrated. You might also want to look for a face wash that will add hydration to your skin with ingredients like glycerin, which we've talked about in the past, which can hold up to 100 times its weight in water. So you want to look for things that will rebuild your protective barrier, your lipid barrier, to keep moisture in, but also ones that will add hydration. So, okay, you're not a dry skin person, so you don't need to pay attention to that. You have oily skin. What should you be looking for? So the reason why you have oily skin is that your skin is overproducing that sebum, that natural oil, and is therefore more prone to breakout. So if this sounds like you, which I know there's a lot of us out there that deal with this, then you want to look for face washes that contain salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide. So you've heard me talk about salicylic acid in the past. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about what that is here. So salicylic acid is one of acne's biggest enemies. It is a beta hydroxy acid, which down the line, that will be, I've decided to add that to one of my vocab lessons or a deep dive in and of itself. But A beta hydroxy acid is an acid that is oil soluble, as opposed to an alpha hydroxy acid, which is water soluble. So if you're with someone who's dealing with oily skin, that's a good thing, right? You want something that will dissolve in oil or will break down oil. So this means that this acid, salicylic acid, can penetrate through your lipid barrier and in between skin cells more easily. So in layman's terms, this means that it can penetrate the skin at a deeper level and unclog those pores. Now, benzoyl peroxide, most of us that deal with acne issues are very aware of what benzoyl peroxide is, but if you're not, it's primarily an exfoliating agent, and so it's going to turn over your dead skin cells, remove that mixture of sebum and dead skin cells from your pores, and it's a bactericide. So it means it's going to kill the bacteria rather than just simply slowing down its growth. It's going to wipe it out. So we've talked about if you have dry skin, if you have oily skin. Well, what if you're dealing with issues of skin texture? If that's you, where you might have issues with possibly larger pores or ridges in your face, or your skin just doesn't feel very smooth, I guess is a better way to say that, you want to look for a face wash that has benzoic acid in it. So benzoic acid can be used to improve the feel, the softness, and the texture of the skin. Bonus, it also helps prevent infection caused by bacteria, especially if combined with salicylic acid we just talked about, and can decrease skin inflammation. So if you're dealing with skin texture issues from inflamed skin, it's helpful as well. If you have large pores, okay, so before I move on, so that is if you are dealing with skin texture issues, look for benzoic acid. If that's not your issue, if you're dealing with large pores, large fine lines, and other visible signs of aging, those things that really make our face look weathered or aged, you're going to want to look for ingredients like kaolin clay, titanium dioxide, and stearic acid. So let's break those down. Kaolin clay is one of my favorite things. I love it. I did not know what it was until I started looking more into skincare, and it is a fantastic product for a lot of reasons. But it can be used to purify pores or treat acne and breakouts. And it can be used just in a wash, or it can be used as a mask itself. And when used regularly, it's going to help balance your skin's oil production and reduce oily skin symptoms as well. So if you've got combination skin, this is a good one to use as well. So if parts of your skin are oily and parts aren't, and you have some large pores, then it's good. That's a good one because it's a kind of a multitasker. Titanium dioxide protects the skin from UVA and UVB rays and is considered no risk for those who have sensitive skin. So this is going to be really good to protect your skin from further damage, or from any damage if you're starting before you've got damaged skin. So it is a really great product to have to keep your skin looking healthy and rejuvenated. And then stearic acid has cleansing properties that helps remove dirt, sweat, and excess sebum from the skin. So all of that really good stuff. So again, if you have if you have dry skin, you want to look for products that have caprylic triglycerides, which is a derivative of coconut oil, and glycerin, so you can add in hydration. If you have trouble with oily skin and breakouts, you're going to look for a face wash that has salicylic acid and or benzoyl peroxide. If you have issues with skin texture, you want to look for benzoic acid as a main ingredient. And if you are dealing with large pores, fine lines, wrinkles, other visible signs of aging, or you just have combination skin, you want to look for face washes that have kaolin clay, titanium dioxide, and stearic acid. So I know that was a ton of information, and I hope that it's helpful. It's helpful for me to go and learn these things so I can talk to you guys about it, but I hope it's helpful for you. And kind of my mission is I'm all about making skincare easier for you. While all of this information is helpful for a lot of you, for some of you, you may be thinking, Heather, this is like so overwhelming. You're talking about these words I can't pronounce. Just tell me, please, just tell me which face wash to buy. Just here's my skin concerns. Tell me which face wash to buy. So, I don't have time. I don't want to think about it. If that's you, then I have got a great tool that will make a recommendation for you and will take all of the guesswork out of it. Will be skincare made easy, right? So just type help me in the comments below and I will message you that tool. And as always, I'm here for you for any questions that you have. Hit me up and I will help you out, okay? Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the rest of your week or the rest of your weekend. And next week, we are going to be talking about those pesky little things called blackheads. We're going to be busting some myths. We're going to be looking at some tips. We're going to be diving into some vocab, and then we're going to deep dive into what is the situation going on with blackheads, okay? So that's what we're going to look forward to next week. But if you want more information about how to choose the best face wash for you, now just write help me in the comments below and I will help you. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you later.